Hey you guys, Cassandra72 here. This will be my final haul for today, June the 17th, and this is my Walgreens haul. Okay, so I didn't really necessarily need to go in and do anything in Walgreens on today. My next register rewards that I had, still had a few of those $2 rewards from the Goodies products. But I really didn't have to go in today because they didn't expire until starting on Tuesday. Like Tuesday and Wednesday, those would have expired. So I was good. I didn't have to go in. And there doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on. But I felt like I would have been remiss if I did not go in and take advantage of the bacon and eggs deal. Even though I'm not really into turkey bacon, this is butterball, so maybe it's going to be a little bit better than the ones I've had in the past. So, yeah. And in the end, anything that's going to be a little bit healthier, I really can't complain about that. So, what I did here was, and I also wanted to take advantage of, something's missing here, you guys. Let me slide that in there. Because, as you all probably know from watching my videos, I do like to try to, if at all possible, recoup some of my rewards. If I'm going to be spending those out, I don't mind if it's something that, I really need. And in this case, these were things that I needed. So, yeah, I've not bought newspapers in a very long time. I have a very good swap situation generally going on with someone because I get a lot of Red Plum. She gets a lot of Smart Source. But we don't meet up until later in the week. So sometimes I feel like I miss out on a little bit. And, yeah, so in this week's paper, there were supposed to be some Rite Aid coupons for the Gillette deal that could be paired up. So, yeah, if I feel like I want to do that deal again, I may, switch over to Rite Aid and see what I can do there with it. I'm just a little bit tired of CVS, even though I have about 5 more $10 off of 30 that I could use. It's just really annoying a little bit because every single time today, you guys, and I know I'm digressing in this Walgreens video talking about CVS, but every single time I went up there, there was nobody at the register behind me. But by the time they had to call managers up and everything, there was like a line of people waiting. And, then they would have to come up and open another register. And I like to think that I have coupon etiquette. And if I'm going to be holding up a line, I'll let other people go in front of me. So I'll have gladly let those individuals go in front of me had they been up there prior to. But like I said, no one up there prior to me going. But every single time it gets down to that little glitch, then I got a line of people waiting. And like I said, I hate that. But anyway, like I said, I totally digress. Back to Walgreens. So, yeah, I wanted to go and pick up my papers on today. I got 2 of those because they are cheaper at Walgreens. They are $2, but at Walgreens, the papers cost $1.40. So I picked up 2 of those. I didn't see the Rite Aid coupons, but I didn't really go through it with a fine-tooth comb yet. So they may be in there. I just don't really know how, if they're inside of an insert or if it's a separate flyer. And so 2 of those were $1.40, and then the eggs and the bacon were 99 cents each with an in-ad coupon. It says it's a limit of 3. Now, I don't know if that was a limit of 3 items or if it would have been 3 eggs and 3 bacon. I don't really know how that would have worked, but it's just one of those things where you just scan it and it takes off what it needs to take off. And then the register reward deal that I've thrown in is the Colgate. They were on sale for $3, and you would get back $2.50. Now, inside the Smart Source insert that was in today's paper, there was a 50-cent coupon that I could use. So I went ahead, I was buying the paper, I went ahead and used that 50-cent coupon. So at this point, factoring in that my eggs and my bacon were going to be 99 cents, I had about 70 more cents that I need to throw in. I think it was actually like 72 cents that I was going to need to cover because I was going to use $8 worth of register rewards. I picked up this, I guess these were on clearance. It says reduced price. These little Colgate Wisp mini toothbrushes with freshening bee and peppermint. I've always wanted to try those. I know these have been around for a very long time now, but I've just never picked any of them up. So, you know, I'm glad that I was able to go ahead and get those. Okay, and then 49-cent folder here. It says Happy Days. It's really cute. My daughter picked it out. I said that she can go ahead and use that for next year. She's a rising second grader, so who tends to throw a lot of stuff just in her bag that she needs to bring home, and the papers end up looking a mess. So even though she might not technically need those in her school supplies, that's something that she can have to bring home those items that she needs to bring home and keep them in a more presentable fashion. So yeah, thanks to, I think it was Butter Pecan who told me that where I could kind of find some of the clearance items. So I went down that seasonal row, and this is what I found. Still can't find any 10-cent pencils, but but it's okay because I did need a bit of a greater filler than that today. So yeah, so we'll get into exactly what this receipt looks like. All right, so I hate this. My Walgreens receipts always wrinkle so bad, you guys. I'm sorry. So I have the Colgate Wisp at 32 cents. I have the Colgate Total Advance. I got the Fresh Plus Whitening on sale for $3. I have 2 newspapers at $1.40 equals $2.80. Then you see my eggs there. They would have been $1.29, but when they scan the coupon, it's about 30 cents to bring those to 99 cents. I have the little Happy Days 2-pocket portfolio for 49 cents. And then the Butterball Turkey Bacon would have been $1.59. And the store coupon took 60 cents off, bringing that to 99. Coupons I used were the 50 cent off the Colgate, which in effect made that $2.50. And then I used 4 $2 register rewards, bringing my subtotal down to 9 cents. And I paid 59 cents out of pocket. Yeah, so today my total savings was $11.36. So, roughly $12 worth of products. I paid 59 cents, and I got back, bam, a $2.50 register reward, compliments of Colgate. Yeah, so I spent $8, got $2.50 back. Not the best of deals, but a deal nonetheless. I got those $2 rewards out of my hand, and I didn't leave totally empty-handed. So, yeah, I'll take it. Okay, you guys, this is it for today. And until the next video, as always, you know I wish you peace and blessings.